What's up, guys? Welcome back to my round 2 of the Crosswinds Open. Again, thanks to my sponsor Wicked Aces for making it happen. This round we actually moved the red tees a little bit shorter. Start off on a hole 7 this time. It's a nice start off hole. I do a little bit better job this round of getting it down there, but again, it's just still not where I want it to be. I don't think I ever birdied this hole all weekend, but again, I just put myself in position for an easy par. I didn't really mean to lay up there. I was trying to go for it, but you know how that happens sometimes. Hole 8, I thought this would be maybe a par 3 with it being from red tees, but they kept it as a par 4. I do appreciate it because it was pretty much an easy birdie. I threw a little bit further this time. Again, I still kind of made sure I hazard to the left, and I had a little bit longer up a shot than I wanted to. I used my Page Pierce Tour Series buzz here, and then I sneak it pretty close, so can't complain about that. Just an easy birdie and tap it in, and here we go. Alright, next hole, hole 9. This one I thought was a little bit harder from the red tees because of the angle you had. You had a low line branch right in front of you, and you had to have a lot more hyzer on your shot. I threw a T-bird here, I believe, with a good hyzer angle, and I snuck up there pretty close again. And a little easy birdie here, so it's a good way to start the round with 2 birdies on the first 3 holes. This next hole, again, this one we move a little bit closer. I was kind of unsure what to throw here. It's a mid-range, of course, and I needed to really kind of turn it in there a little bit. I ended up throwing really the wrong disc, and I went a little bit long, but it's a little pitch up, and again, I got my easy par. All right, hole 11. Just not a good hole. Oh, Scott said I shouldn't have filmed that one. I turned it way too much. I tried through the buzz there, and again, I just turned and it kept turning. I have a blind shot here from the back side of the hole, and I'm able to kind of lay it in there pretty well. So I was pleased with that, and able to save par. So I'll take this kind of say easy today. Hole 12 here, another short one. You just had to hyzer it in. I think I decided to throw. Not sure the disc. Yeah, it was a method disc. It's a method by Discmania. Didn't really do much different from my rock. It didn't really hyzer as much as I wanted to, so I just had to lay up again because it drops off a good bit behind the hole. Hole 13 got me last time where I landed on the green, so this time I made sure I stayed a little bit further right. I threw the wave here, had a good flex, and I got it down there. It was the same tee as last time, so this tee didn't really change. We all kind of landed in the same area right here. It was pretty neat to see. Again, that's more or less just a layup because of the position of the pin. Easy par. This time on hole 14, the gazebo hole, I tried something different. I tried to go straight, but I just kind of pull it and it hit some trees. So I had to pull out the forehand here. If you see me throwing a forehand, this usually means I'm not in a good position. So I try to sneak it up there the best I can. I kind of have a little Anheuser putt here because of the gazebo. I come so close, but almost say a par, just didn't get it done.
Tony, when you watch this, please don't kill me because I missed your drive and you landed here, and it was really good.
All right, so I had a good drive on this hole, as my wife said. I got a birdie there, so that was able to pick up some strokes on the card. Hole 16, went back to the island hold here. This time I don't do quite as good as I did last time. I make the island, but I might as well not have made it because I'm in some trees. I don't really have a good shot here. I'm kind of unsure what to do because I really have no clear lane to the basket. Kind of thinking back now, I probably could have gotten away with a little small roller here. I just didn't think about it at the time. I tried to kind of finagle some shot here. It didn't really work out too well. Almost ended up being almost as far as the drop zone was on the hole. So this, again, I didn't really have a good angle, so it just wasn't very good. But ended up having a decent par putt here, and I'm able to cash it in for par, so I can't complain too much.
Nice.
Hole 17 from the Reds. I mean, to me, this is a little bit tougher hole from the Reds because it now becomes a par 3, and the angle is a whole lot different. And unless you have the power to get over the green and make it stay, it's a tough hole because of the cart path. If you turn it too much, it's not going to come back, and you'll be out of bounds. And But I had a pretty good shot there, and again, more or less just laying up here again because of the location of the pin next to the green and the hill and the water, all that good mess. I'll take the par and go. Hole 18, again for the reds, it's a lot easier because I can actually make it there. I think using a wave here, I turn it over way too much, and it crossing the cart path up to the right. So now I'm laying 3 on this par 3, so I got to lay up and try to just minimize the damage and take my bogey and move on to the next hole. And my upshots weren't too bad this weekend. It kind of saved me a lot. I threw the buzz more than I normally do. All right, hole 19, I kind of make an adjustment from the first round. I switched disc. I think I'm using an Insanity here. For me, it's a little bit more stable. It does come back a little bit more. Sometimes, I should say. I still don't get a ton of distance, but again, I'm up there where I can just kind of pitch it up, and I should guarantee myself a par on this hole. I think I did that really the next round as well. Wasn't much difference. Next hole, hole 1, we're going to the island hole. I switched disc here because the first time I barely made it on there as far as it didn't come back enough, and this time when I switched to Insanity, I didn't really start off far enough right, and it hits in kind of the middle of the island and it skips out. I think it ended up being like maybe a foot short or outside the island. It wasn't really short. Since the drop zone, I forgot how long the drop zone was, but it was a nice little chunk up there. You had to be kind of precise with it. I believe 7 bogey here. So that's 1 birdie I got the first round I didn't get this time. Hole 2 is against a par 4. The red is a little bit shorter. I thought I was going to clear this right side again, but I didn't get quite as lucky. It puts me in a bad position here, and that's 1 bad shot. It's followed up by another bad shot here. I didn't really get it around on as much as I needed to. Didn't really have a good lane here. Try to get turned. I probably needed a better disc, really. Looking back, I probably should have used my AMD because that one can turn pretty well on that type of angle and shot. And then so here's a 3rd bad shot in a row. I didn't really get as far as I wanted to get. I was hoping to get a little bit closer so I could save a par. And really, this is what I should make. It saved a par. I just didn't do it. It was just an air ball. So now I'm under some bushes, and I'm going to take my back-to-back bogeys on 2 holes I birdied the previous round, so that's why my score kind of got messed up right there. Hole 3, again, now we're from the red tees. It's a little bit closer. I still can't make it, so it didn't really benefit me too much. I didn't really get a lot of distance right here anyway, so I was short of the green. So now I got an upshot over the green, which isn't too bad. It's kind of scary because you had a cart path to the left, and you got to worry about that. I got a little bit too far right, a little too far on top of the hill, so just now I have a downhill putt to try to save par, and I was able to do it. Hole 4, now we're from the reds again. It's a little bit shorter. I still can't make it to green. That's the same as the last hole, basically, and I go a little bit too far right this time. Again, this is a hole I would really like to just practice it, so I can see if I can make it over there. I throw in my meteor here, and I turn it way too much, and I didn't get it out far enough distance first straight before it started turning. And I'll throw in, I think, the Nova here I got as far as part of the player's pack. I use that disc quite a good bit since I've got it. I do like it as far as for these shots. I just had a kind of angle in there, and I turned it too much and hit a tree, and it was bad. So now again, I'm having to go around this tree, and it's just pine straw and hills, and again, it's just not where you really want to be at in this case. And I baby it, so I believe that's a double bogey. Hole 5 from the reds here. Again, you had a pond in the middle, and you had bunkers long. I decided to go straight forward this time instead of dumping out to the left, and I barely squeak it over the pond. But it's good enough to kind of get me up there and able to pitch it up. And I think I try to go for it here, but I don't have a good putt. But I get out there with the par. So I mean, after back to back, or after the double bogey, you always want to get back on the par train. So which leads us to our last hole coming up here, hole 6. Little short hole again. It's kind of the blind shot. You have water to deal with. The basket's down to your left a little bit. I put a buzz here a little bit too far right. It didn't come back soon enough. I hit a tree and I dropped down into the water. So now I'm laying my third shot here. Just got to lay up and try to save bogey. And I actually end up throwing a little bit too far and get a little bit of roll away here. And that puts me in a position, again, having to straddle putt, which I don't like to do, to save bogey and finish my round. But I do make it. So I can't complain too much. I think I finished 4 over for the round, maybe. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you come back and watch round 3.